Hey guys, welcome back. So it has been a while, but I had a new phone stand, so I thought I'll need to try it out. So here is a video on a classic French set. So first of all, I'm going in with Doris, which I waited absolutely ages for. And when I say ages, I mean like over 3 months, but she's worth it. So you need to go and get her. So literally just pushing the cuticles back with Doris. She really gets under there, and because it's curved, it fits nail bed perfectly. So she's one of my new favourites. Next I'm going in with just a cuticle bit in my e-file. So going around the cuticle, I find that these really lift up the cuticle and just remove all that dead skin, as you can see. You couldn't even see that on the nail bed, but it is hiding there. So cuticle bits are definitely needed. This set was after a soak off, so my client's nails, well, it is my sister because obviously I'm not working in lockdown, but her nails were quite long, so we clipped those. And because she hadn't had the set on long, as she never does, the cuticles were hardly there because I do her nails so often they don't even get a chance to actually grow back. This one was had a little bit more on, but yeah, so I go around with those. I do need to get the case nippers from Navy Pro Tools, but it's just the way it just puts me off. I know by the time now I could have waited, I could have had them, but it's just waiting for them. So these are just some cheap ones from Glitter Planet, but they do the job. They're okay for now, especially as I'm not working, don't really need them just yet. Next I'm going in with a sanding band. So this sanding band is like a 240 grit. It's not harsh on the nail bed whatsoever. People tend to have a thing with sanding bands like on the nail bed, but if you're safe with them and you know what you're doing, then they're completely fine. My client's nails are always like in tip-top shape, especially after a soak off. So yeah, I think like they just get off those little bits of cuticles that you just missed as well slightly. So oh my god, these are our new tips. Just look how amazing they are. I'm not even just being biased, but they are amazing. So I'd appreciate if you want to go and check those out. So it's www.glambyaj.com. I will put the link below. We have got the Glam by AJ store Instagram. And of course we've got our Glam by AJ official Instagram, which is just for all our content. But yeah, we're building the store up slowly. Thank you for everyone who's like supporting us. And even just liking our pictures is supporting us. So thank you everyone for doing that. We appreciate you all. We see all of you. We don't miss anything. So yeah, just look how beautiful they are. I actually love them. So it makes me think, how did I ever live without them before? They're just amazing because you don't need to really shape them. Like once you've cut them, they are a perfect shape anyway. So here I am just ensuring that all the same length. So just line up the cuticles and make sure all the tips at the top are equal. Now I'm just going in with a hand file and just filing down the sides and across the edge. Even though they are really flush to the nail, I just have to etch my tips. Like I just can't go without etching them. I think it's just a habit now. So I just sometimes when you stick a tip on, the corners of the tips do like pop up the tiniest amount. So I like to get those off if there is any, and then just etch all over. For the purpose of this video, I am going to like prime and all of that. So I'm using the Dehydrator from CJP, and then I'm going in with the acid bond, is it? I think it's the acid bond, the ultra acid bond maybe. Like I said, everything will be linked below. So I'm just going in with those on the nails. We are just doing the one hand today, so. Next I'm going in with crystal glass and just applying a thin clear layer. Obviously this is just purpose for the video as well, just so this helps it to be easy for a redesign. My client won't be getting a redesign because they will be probably another fresh set in a few days, but hey ho, we're just doing it for the video. It's all for YouTube. So yeah, so I'm using the one monomer and I've got the big boy brush. So yeah, just applying a thin layer, ready for if I was to do a redesign in a few weeks. So here is the grand event. So I take a bead of birthday suit. I have sped these videos up, this is why they're like super shooting all over the place, but take a bead of birthday suit, place it where you want to. I'd place it just before, so a tiny bit higher from where you want the actual curve to be, because you can always bring the curve down, if that makes sense. So when I go in, so I use the belly of my brush to shape it, but then when I pat on top, it just fills it out into a nice shape. I'm not sure if you can see, but you might be able to see. So once I've shaped it, once I pat it, it kind of just goes into a natural curve anyway. So then I place my cuticle bead, obviously make sure it all joins up and aligns with the bead that you just placed. Drag it all over, and then I just go around the edge again, just in case there's any bits that I've dropped off. I think French is just one of those things you have to keep practicing. Make sure it's like thick enough from the side as well. Obviously not too thick, but not too thin either, because once you've put the white on, then when you file the white away, you won't get that crisp line. So make sure it is a decent kind of thickness. So yeah, then I've done the middle finger, then I thought I'd show you this one as well. In a minute my phone does actually die, so I was really annoyed. I forgot to put my phone on charge. But I took a little picture. I had to fill in the video with a picture instead. But it's just a photo of me filing the actual nude bits. Like, I'm sure we all know how what to do with the file, but just keep it flat up against the nude bit. I always use a new file when filing this bit, the nude. I use I think it's 100 grit. So the crisper the better really with this stage, because you just want that perfect line. So yeah, just placing the bead on, dragging it down, and then going around the edge. So I don't know about you, like, but I love photos like that. Like, I could look at those photos all day. They are just so satisfying, especially with all the dust on. So I'm using Snow White from CJP. I'm not sure. I never ever used to use this acrylic because I just hate it. Like, I can't even pretend I like it because I hate it. It is what I really struggle to work with it. It's just one of those acrylics that I can't like get the knack of. It doesn't look too bad on this video. I did actually manage okay. At this point, I had already done all the other fingers. Whilst the phone was charging back up a little bit, so we just got to film the film, unfortunately, but it's like the same concept. So I always put like a big-ish bead at the bottom and cover the bottom of the nail, and then I go in with two slightly smaller ones for the side, and then if you do need to, you can put another one on the centre again. I felt like this was like thick enough and the structure was there enough with just the beads that I did place. But yeah, it's a very difficult acrylic. I find that it works better when I let it settle a little bit and work a bit drier with it, and just rather than like swiping it, just patting it into place. So now I'm going in with my e-file. Because the nude bit was obviously thicker, you're able to file the nude down so it's in line with the white. So then you get that crisp line. Like, that is the whole idea with the reverse French. That is like what it is. It looks a mess until you file it. So this does look really like chunky at the minute, but it was like, I don't know why it appeared like that. It was fine. So then I went in with my hand file. I did do a few of the others, so now this is just the ring finger. So just down the side walls, all over the surface of the nail, around the cuticle. You just need to like keep it so flush, because obviously you've done like two separate parts and you've filed with a bit of an e-file. It can be a bit of an awkward one to file, but just obviously keep checking from the side to make sure it's all smooth and flat and you still do have your structure and apex. Now I'm going around with a cuticle bit. This bit is like one of the first bits I ever had. Like, it is so old it needs to go in the bin, but I just love it. And then this is a picture of just what it looked like filed. I went around the cuticle with another drill bit. I will just obviously tag everything. And then buffed, and this was the final result. So I feel like this was a really quick video. Obviously some of the bits are a bit shortened, but I hope you can get the concept and I hope you all enjoyed it. So yeah, everyone check out the new store, and thank you. I hope to see you all soon.